The clock strikes 12, I step into the haze. Whispers call me from 1,000 graves. Shadows dance in corners out of sight. I chase the unknown deep into the night. I hunt the fear you dare not face. In the darkness I embrace the trace. The dead, they speak their secrets shown. Welcome to the bizarre and the unknown. A flicker, a chill, a shadowed hand. The unseen lingers where I stand. Through creaking doors and empty halls, I hear the echoes of forgotten calls. I hunt the fear you dare not face. In the darkness I embrace the trace. The dead, they speak their secrets shown. Welcome to the bizarre and the unknown. And the eyes that watch from a place unreal, a touch so cold it makes you feel they're near but hidden, veiled in shade. I walk with ghosts I hunt the fear you dare not face. In the darkness I embrace the trace. The dead, they speak their secrets shown. Welcome to the bizarre and the unknown.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Bizarre and the Unknown. I'm your host, E.D. Testerman. How's everybody doing today? Hey, Brother William. Hey, sorry about last night, man. I passed out in my chair and I didn't wake up till about 10:30 this morning, I think. I fell asleep somewhere around 8:30, 9 o'clock, man. I was out. That's what I get for sitting in my fat guy comfy chair watching Harry Potter. I forgot to turn my lights on, but that's all right. We'll make this work. Sorry, I'm running a little late starting the show. I was working on a song. I'm trying to get it to turn out right, and I've got it regenerating now. I'm trying to get the right mood, right lyrics, and everything to it. But hell, I was too busy working on the lyrics and lost track of time. But as everybody knows, so let me give you. Oh man, it changed my stuff up. Oh wow. I need to fix that. There we go. As most of you know, Campfire Chats is a safe place for you to share your encounters. And I love hearing your guys' encounters. We'll go over them, try to figure things out if you don't know what's going on. And you're being a pain in the butt not turning on. Oh, now, there it came on, but it's not the right one. There we go. Oh, man, I am running so far behind right now. There we go. Let's do blue today. Reminds me of the old blue rooms while on the ship. With that being said, has anybody got any encounters they want to talk about and share? I can tell you, let's see if I missed any comments here. No, I haven't missed any comments. Okay, good. Hey, Urso. So I can tell you, we had an interesting Sunday show. If you guys missed last Sunday's show, we did a live EVP at the hotel I was at. Very, very active. Very, very active hotel. I was on Jessica's show Thursday night. I had her remote view Jefferson City where I was at. And it's kind of interesting what she came up with on that remote view that fits with the EVP session and fits with the feelings I've had of that area. So I was very, very, very pleased with the remote view on that target. If you guys missed Thursday night Jessica's show, go check it out. I had been mentally and physically drained, and I slept somewhere around 10, 11 hours altogether from last night till this morning. My body was trashed between certification schooling, the testing, the studying, the homework, the learning, the traveling, and dealing with what I was dealing with there. I mean, mentally and physically, I was drained. And Thursday night, I was exhausted. Friday, I was exhausted. I feel better today. I feel recouped. I named my kitten Inari, like the Japanese kitsune, the white fox messenger of the gods. Cool, man. It's had fun. They finally generated that song. I've been working on this lyrics. I've been waiting to see how it turns out. You guys want to hear what I've been working on, trying to get it? Man, that storm is flat rolling in quick. There's things whipping out there. Do you guys want to hear what I was working on? What I've been working on? And I have got some writing down. It's starting to rain now, too. Who sent that? I can't see it. I'll wait for it to pop up over here. Hey, Ryan. Would you guys want to hear what I was working on? I was trying to get something. We will stay live as long as we can. This wind is flat, whipping around out there. Hopefully it doesn't jack with my internet too much. I know I've lost power yesterday. I've lost power today. You want to hear it? This is one version of it. Let me know if you guys can hear it when it comes up.
I walk through fire and borrow pride. They point a left and they step aside. I got dirt on my hands till I pray at night. Trying to stay straight, trying to do it right. They look me down and they call me when the doors get kicked in. I'm the story they sold.
I don't want your praise, I don't need your crown. Just don't say my name when the sun goes down. I've seen those eyes when the room gets red. I've been that shit while they were playing dead. I bite my tongue, I hold my line, but the wolves come back every single time.
I'm the demon in your corner.
Demon in your corner.
You call my name when it's over.
When it's over.
I'm the one they feel when the black smoke rises. I take the weight so you stay alive. I'm the demon in
creep.
I've been the bad guy in the ballroom, been the last resort at the edge of doom. Got a hard face with a soft wound, trying not to drown in the things I do. Every scar on my skin got a story to tell. Every prayer I spit keeps me out of hell. I can beat a cut or the hand on the door, but I know when I'm falling it won't.
I've seen those eyes when the room gets red. I've been that shit while they were playing dead. I bite my tongue, I hold my line, but the wolves come back every single time. I'm the demon in your corner, demon in your corner. You call my name when it's over. When it's over, I'm the one they feel when the black smoke rises. I'll take the weight so you stay alive. I'm the demon in your corner, demon in your corner, demon in your corner, demon in your corner. I'm in here till the pain gets closer. I'm the one they hate and the one they need. A broken man with a savage creep.
If I'm a sin, why you still stay? If I'm so cursed, why you need my rage? I ain't clean, but I'm still here. Holding back hell year after year. I'm the demon in your corner, demon in your corner. You call my name when it's over.
When it's over,
I'm the one they fear when the black smoke rises. I'll take the weight so you stay alive. I'm the
corner, demon in your corner. I'm in here till the pain gets closer. I'm the one they hate, I'm the one they need. A broken man, a savage creep.
So that was one of the versions that I was working on, trying to get the beat and the lyrics and everything down right. So far, that's probably the best one that's turned out so far. I keep changing the lyrics up because I don't like how the lyrics come out in the song, so I keep having to change the lyrics up. But I'm finally starting to get it down. I think that one's probably one of the best ones so far. It definitely has an down and vocals. Heck yeah. I'll be honest with you. This song is very, very much me. Hey, Tracy. This song is very, very much me. I am to some people, man, I'm good to go. And in some people, they like to know me, but they don't call upon me unless they need me. And it's like, so this song plays out very much like me. That's why I wrote it. I'm trying to get it nailed down, but that's probably so far that's the best version I've come up with so far. And it sounds good when I write it, but listening to it getting played, that's when I can go, okay, yeah, this sounds a lot better. That wasn't bad. All right, cool, man. Yeah, I've been working on this for a while, and then I lost it, and I had to rewrite the lyrics down, and I forgot to make the changes on my notepad. So I had to go through it, and I've been re-editing it every time I listen to it, going, man, this is almost there. It's almost there. And if you guys say the words to the song, yeah, give me a second here. So the words go, I walk through fire on borrowed pride. They point and laugh, then they step aside. I got dirt on my feet, on my hands. Still I pray at night, trying to stay straight, trying to do it right. They look, I need to change that up. It's supposed to be they look down on me, but instead I've got it, they look me down. Then they call me when the doors get kicked in. I'm the story they sold. I don't want your praise. I don't need your crown. Just don't say my name when the sun goes down. Because I've seen those red eyes when the room gets red. I've been that shield while they were playing dead. I bite my tongue. I hold my line, but the wolves come back every single time. I'm the demon in the corner. You call my name when it's over. They call my name when it's over, or you call my name when it's over. I'm the one they fear when the black smoke rises. I take the weight so you stay alive. I'm the demon in your corner. I'm the demon in your corner. Don't want me. I need to change that one too. You know what? Let me fix this. I've got to fix these lyrics because I'm starting to see some issues with them. So give me a second. As we're reading this, I'm going to edit it. Okay. That's why I use my notepad on the high. Yeah, I know I need to. Yeah, this is a great way to edit it because I can listen to it and stuff like that. But I'm noticed I'm still making a few mistakes. Let's see, where did I leave off here? All right, I need to fix that. They look down on me. Then they call. I need to enlarge this so it makes it easier. There we go. They look down on me. Then they call me when the doors get kicked in. I'm the story they told. I mean, that should be told. Why do I have? I don't want your praise. I don't need your crown. Just don't say my name when the sun goes down. Because I've seen those. I've seen those eyes when the room gets red. I've been the shield while they were playing dead. I bite my tongue, I hold my line, but the wolves come back every single time. I'm the demon in your corner. You call my name when it's over. Now I need to change that. What do you guys think on that? Because that's what I get looked at quite often by a lot of people, be honest with you. I don't know why, but they do. I'm the demon in your corner. I had the woman who was attacked by those dogs in Oklahoma yesterday. Oh, did they? Yeah. I'll be honest with you. That's how a lot of people, some people see me, dude. I'm not going to lie. I don't know why they do, but they do. Like I don't exist until they need me to handle something that they don't want to handle. It should be instead of when it's over, until it's over. That's what it should be. You call my name. Well, that's pathetic. What are you over there making that noise for, Chimera? I'm the one they fear until the black smoke. That should be until the black smoke. That's what I'm doing wrong, man. I can't believe I'm putting some. I take the weight so you stay alive. I'm the demon in your corner. I'm the demon in your corner. Don't want me. Should be. You don't want me near. Want me near till the path gets clear. I'm the one they hate, and I'm the one they need. A broken man with a savage creed. I've been the bad guy in a borrowed room, been the last resort at the edge of doom. Got a hard face with a soft wound, trying not to drown in the things I do. Every scar on my skin got a story to tell. Has a story to tell. Has a story to tell. Every prayer I spit, every every prayer I pray keeps me out of hell. I could be the cut of or on the hand. That's what it should be. On the hand, or I need to change that. 97% of the songs are about demons and or devils. Yeah, I mean, I ate some salad yesterday and had my top teeth come out of myself. No, you haven't, William. No, you haven't. But that's what you guys see here in real life, people around me, a lot of times, this is how I'm seen. And I don't know why, man. I'll give you the shirt off my back unless you piss me off. I should be a cut on the hand or but I know what I'm but I know what I am for when they want war. Uh, Sadly, a lot of people around me, that's honestly how they treat me. Man, that rain is starting to come down now. But no, William, you ain't, man. You're why is my stuff not staying up to date or popping up? People have been ingrained to treat other shit and fourth class citizens. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right, man. Yeah, and you know it with certain people in my life. Uh, this is hey, Aaron. This is kind of what this song's about because it hurts me. You know, it hurts me that they treat me like that. Yeah, honestly, why I wrote this song is because I was thinking about that a few weeks back. And I was like, you know, why is it that you know, whenever you don't need me to handle something that you can't handle, you should. And then when you need something handled because you can't handle it, that's when I'm your friend, you know, and it hurts. The way I grew up, I don't have the rights everyone else had. My mother detested, and I was alive. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of why this broke out because we need to start thinking about this. You know, we need to think about how treating these people close to us. You know, when I went into the military and I came out, I was treated differently, man. Okay, so we got that part done. That's been re-edited, and now I gotta get back to uh, styles here. And regenerate that one. A man is not made a man by what he gains, it's by the way he gives and the fire in his heart. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I stay strong. Even though I get I get tore down, man, or I get looked down upon, you know, I'm still there. You know, I've just learned to accept that I'm just the one they break the glass when time is needed. I was pleased to her. I was a joke. Some guy she knew had some jobs. He's great and such an outstanding person. She'd buy ice cream for her, and I'd sit. But you know that's why I wrote that. But you know, if you guys haven't checked it out, um, I released a song called "Honor Our Fallen." We need to think about this because Monday is Memorial Day, and people forget why we have Memorial Day. It's not so you can just. It's not only so you can go out and get drunk and party and grill. You need to remember who sacrificed to give you that right to do that. Who made the holiday what it is, and that's our honored fallen. It's we need to consider that. So if you guys haven't seen that new song that I put out, go to YouTube, go to Facebook, go to Instagram, go to TikTok, like it, comment, share it. Um, hey, Kyle. Oh, thank you, Roxanne. Yeah, I forgot to put it on Facebook Thursday night, so I did it, I think, earlier today. Um, you know, get that out there because people need to remember what Memorial Day is about. It's not about me. It's not about William. It's not about any of the other veterans out there. That's Veterans Day. Memorial Day is to honor our fallen, those who fell to keep us safe, those who failed to keep us free. That is why we have Memorial Days. I'm Gen X, and her treatments made me self-reliant, and I survived. Yeah. Um, so that's why I made that song. It's not perfect. I still need to do some work on it. It's not perfect, but I think it's pretty good. And I'm just running out of time getting it down right. I'll just have to work on it some more. But let's see if this turns out better. Waiting for the comments. There it is. Not feeling very well. Oh, wow. Hey, man. Keep yourself up, William. We need you, bro. Oh. Yeah. I don't want your praise. I don't need your crown. Just don't say my name when the sun goes down. Cause I've seen those eyes when the room gets red. I've been next to what they were playing dead. I bite my tongue. I hold my line. Yeah, I mean, we got to stay strong. Every single time. You call my name until it's over. In the corner, you call my name until it's over. I'm the one that fear until the black smoke rises. I take the way so you stay alive. I'm the demon in your corner. I'm the demon in your corner. You don't want me near to the pain. It's and that's the thing. Like, Brother William, what he does. Y'all don't see a lot what Brother William does behind the scenes. That man is a nonstop warrior. That's why I'm proud to have him as a brother, and why I love being on with him. And I feel bad whenever like last night, I fall asleep in my chair. Don't wake up till 10:30 in the morning. Y'all need to realize how much that man does for people. What they were playing dead. I bite my tongue, I hold my line. But the wolves come back every single time. I'm the demon in your corner, demon in your corner. You call my name until it's over. Demon in your corner, demon in your corner. You call my name until it's over. I'm the one that fear until the black smoke rises. I take the way so you stay alive. I'm the demon in your corner. I'm the demon in your corner. Demon in your corner. I'm the demon in your Has anybody had anything weird happen to them? That one didn't turn out too bad. Let's see. I think the lyrics are flowing way better on that one. Oh, ooh. Demon in your corner. I just thought of something. I've had something very interesting happen while I was gone. I had a good brother of mine. That took care of my animals while I was gone. And he said he was walking down my center drive one day, and all of a sudden he felt like he was being watched, and he couldn't see what it was. And it was a feeling like, why are you here? You know, who are you? That type of feeling. And it was in the wooded and grass area between my my south drive and my center drive. So he didn't say nothing. He called his son up. He said, hey, go up to your uncle's house, you know, check on his bikes and check on this other stuff, and let me know how it goes. And so my nephew, his son, I call him my nephew. We're not true brothers, but we're brothers. I mean, we may not be blood, but we're brothers. So his boy is like a nephew to me. So my nephew and his boy come up to check on my bikes, and one went down the south drive, one went down the center drive, and they were kind of checking the property over, come to check on my bikes in my other vehicles. And they said they got the same feeling. And my brother never told them this, you know, told them what happened. But they were talking about having this feeling of being watched, and why are they there, to the point that they locked. You know, they pulled out and locked because they was like, dude, something's here. But they couldn't see nothing. And it came from the same spot, that grassed and treed area between my center drive and my south drive. So I find that interesting because we've had werecats here, sightings here, Bigfoot sightings here, and I'm pretty damn sure dogman sightings are here, because I am in an area for dogmen. So I thought that was kind of interesting that they told me that. I never got that feeling when I got home. So I got all my songs up on my channel with lyrics. Hell yeah. Yeah, you got some good songs up here, Christopher. You know, I dabble in it. I'm not no songwriter. I just dabble in it. So I don't know. What do you guys think? You think it's paranormal? Do you think it's cryptid? Supernatural? I've been that shit while they were playing dead. I bite my tongue, I hold my line. The wolves come back every single time. I'm the demon in the corner. Ooh. I'm thinking of liking this one. Yeah, you do, Chris. Probably cryptid's protective. That's kind of what I was thinking too. And, you know, even with the werecat sightings around here, I've not had anything evil from it. It was more like curiosity. I think I like that version better. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. You know, it could be my guests. My guests are very protective of my land. Very protective of me, it seems like. But that last time when I was told to go inside, it didn't feel like my guest. It felt like something else. So I'm wondering if I got a werecat around here that's also protecting me when my guest ain't around. You know, like I hadn't speaking. Yeah, this is not a spooky song, man. This is literally how a lot of people look at me that's very close to me, that I've known most of my life. You know, up until I went in the military, man, we were thick as thieves. Now, you know, nowadays they just look at me as like, hey, you know, what's up? And then unless they need something, it's like, hey, man, I got this going on. I need some help. You know, then I'm the black sheep. I'm the one they call in. You know, and that's why I was writing this song, because it kind of hurts. You know, it's like, you know, we've been homies for a long time, or, you know, we've been family for a long time, and then you just kind of shun me to the side until you need something. So that's honestly why I wrote this song, because that's how they make me feel, how they perceive me. Is I'm the demon in their corner. They only call out when they need me. Until they need me, I'm in the corner. Yeah, I'm in that broken glass. Yeah, I know, bro. I know, but it sucks when people make me feel that way. It is, Christopher. It is, bub. Yeah, but so that's what I'm wondering. Is I'm wondering if if that werecat's in this area is now a protecting me, or if it's my guest. But I didn't get the feeling. I didn't experience it. So I can't tell you what it is. I know that last time that I was warned, buddy, I'm fine. No, I'm fine, bub. No, thank you. Yes, I know. I'm fine. Trust me. We're just talking. Yes, we're just talking. I know, buddy. I know you got my back. You my homie. Huh? You my homie? Yeah, I know, bud. Yeah, I love you too. It's kind of medical effect of getting it out on paper. Yeah. I need you down, though. You're too big for me to hold up here. You can't see them being protective. I've been protected here. I know my guests are pretty protective of me. But the werecat, I don't know. Just like I said, that one night when I had that something very large walking in that woods at me, and I wanted to get my thermal, it told me go inside and don't come back out. It didn't feel like my guest. It didn't feel. It felt different, if that makes sense. Not the werecat. Yeah, I don't know. The ones that your house protect you too. Werecats are in Mesoamerican culture. Well, werecats are protective. So if we're dealing with a Mesoamerican type, I can see that. Now, in other, in Celtic mythology, if you're a Celt, they're seen as a protector too. But it's dark magic's used to create them. They're seen as a protector as well. So I don't know. In some cultures, they're not, man. And it really depends on the person who's doing it, who's transforming into it. Really depends on how they are. That's what it seems like. I've been watching others closely and found several people I trusted turn on me, ones that I relied upon. Dude, hey, I know that feeling, bro. Yeah. I know that feeling more than you realize. I get you, man. And that's why I was saying, dude, the crap that you do for people, man, if people only knew just an eighth of the shit you do for people, I can't see why they would think that way about you, bro. Edie is a regular fixture there. Any change or introduction of something new that causes alarm? The only thing that's been new around here is that werecat sighting. That is the only thing new around here. There has been now last couple of years. It's usually wintertime. It's wintertime when this thing comes out. And there is a negative supernatural entity that comes around here in the wintertime. That's the only new. Now, the other new thing I will have to admit, and this wasn't winter. Well, yes, this was at the end of wintertime, but it was what those weird, almost like women roaring guttural sounds that was coming that was attacking the coyotes and to the south of me, and then the ones from the north of me. And that's when I had to, you could clearly hear something heavy walking in my woods, in between my neighbor's field and my drive, where I get a lot of Bigfoot activity at. And that's the one that told me to go inside and not come back out. And it felt different than my guest. It had a different feel to it. Someone arriving when you're gone is strange and not common occurrence. Yeah. And that's why I'm wondering if they were like, if it was my guest going, what are you doing here? Who are you? Although, I mean, my bro, he's here quite often. You'd think they'd be familiar with him. He's not here all the time. He's probably the most frequent person that comes here. You should bring up the werecat activity to our guest tomorrow. Yeah, I did a show about that already. Oh, never mind. Bloop. Brain farted that. So yeah, I can bring. Don't let me forget that, bro. I'll do that. Yeah. Hey, Don. Yeah. Don't let me forget. I'll do that because I'm still trying to learn this. I'm trying to learn what it is I'm dealing with out here. I've got ties with a lot, and not hot because of the way they treat me. Yeah. And that's the thing is, some of these people that treat me this way. It's hard for me to cut ties with them because they're family, they're blood. And I'm too much of a very, 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 very protective of my family. I'm very protective of my family. So, damn, I don't know. I don't know which version of that song to keep. I like that. I like that one version a lot better though. The other one is pretty good, but hey, Muriel. But that's just things we got to think about. So I mean, there's been some weird stuff going on around here, and it's not just me experiencing now. I mean, Da and Steve have had it. Da and Noah's had it. My boys had it. His son and his son's friend had it. So, and I'm just sitting there going, yeah, y'all thought I'm full of crap, and now you're experiencing this yourself. I mean, look at that night that I was having that supernatural negative entity messing with me, mimicking my dogs, and all of a sudden that roadside worker. I mean, I didn't sign no paperwork or nothing. Once he was done with me, he was gone. He was scared out of his mind because of what was messing with us. Hey, Carl. So I mean, more and more people's getting to see what I'm dealing with out here. Now, whatever that is, I think it's tied to a certain location close by me. I'm very, very hesitant about saying the name too much because I've already been warned. I had something happen a few days ago. What'd you have happen, Carl? So I mean, more and more people starting to realize, like, hey, this guy ain't full of crap. I mean, more like, because this thing here, I kid you not, it had that roadside assistant guy scared out of his mind to the point he's like, I ain't supposed to do this. He goes, I hope you don't mind. And he grabbed his pistol out of his truck. I was like, I don't blame you, bub. And he goes, you got Bigfoot here. I said, yeah, I got Bigfoot. I said, but that's not Bigfoot. That's something else. Chimera, behave. No, you need to behave. You don't have to be in my lap 24/7. You're making a lot of noise because you're being very, very needy. You're being disruptive. Remember? Oh, yeah. So, that I laugh about it. I mean, to me, it's funny. Because all it does is was thrown so hard in the living room floor and was so loud. Where was it? Oh, no kidding. Where did you have the suitcase at? Let's see if I can pull this up without it jacking with my computer. Did you get something caught in your throat? Huh? Did you get a bogey stuck here? Yeah. Honey, I know I love you too. I do. Your guys' jealousy is very, very bad. Now, I don't have to hold every single one of you guys 24/7. You guys spent half the morning in my lap. Now it's me time. I've got things I got to do. Oh, pain in my butt. Yes, I know. That's my ear. I know. I love you too. Please don't lick inside my ear. Yes, I love you too. You're being a pain. You're hiding me from my mic. Come on, sit still or you're going to get down. Just sit here and sit still. I was by myself and it was quit. It was on a big recliner and I kept seeing shadows move around, and they threw it across the room. Oh man! So okay, now is this new, or are these shadow people new, or are they ones that's been around for a while? And you're more welcome to come on live and talk about this, Carl, if you want. I can put the link in the chat if you want to come on live and share it, talk about this encounter. That's what this show's for on Saturdays. It's funny to me to look like 2 weekends ago, and the old man next door with the farm out there shining his flashlight up in the trees while they were raising hell. It's hilarious. Interesting. No, Firewater, I'm not cheating on Parrot Dog. Parrot Dog is on his pillow. This is Chimera, my youngest daughter's dog, I wound up taking care of until she can get a place to have her. And she's very, very needy. You are. You are very needy. Don't give me that look. I literally can't go nowhere without this dog. You've been lurking. That's fine. Christopher says, nice. You want to go open mic? I'll call in a few. I'm finishing up my driveway with my buddy. Yeah, Saturdays is a chance for you guys to share your encounters. If you want to come on live for a little bit and share them, we can. If you just want to talk about in chat, you can. I rebuked them in the name of Jesus, and it stopped when I did it. Yeah, that's very, very. I mean, look what happened Sunday when I was doing that live EVP Sunday, and I had that negative entity like being very aggressive, very, very aggressive. Yeah, that's one of the techniques I did, which did help. Yep, do it yourself. Yep. But yeah, if you got encounters you want to talk about, I mean, that's what Saturday shows are for. I can tell you about every sighting I've heard of. Yeah, I mean, I'll bring people on for about 10 or 15 minutes, and they're more than welcome to share any encounters they want to share. At least we closed the portal for you. Yeah, dude, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. After we did that, I ain't had an instant one the rest of the time I was there. I actually slept when I was there, when I could go to sleep. I did struggle a little bit because of dealing with the stress of testing and learning something. Yeah, I mean, once we closed that portal, that negative energy was gone. I didn't feel that oppressing energy like you normally do. My buddy here seen a dogman run next to his car. Oh, cool. Have you been to the Monkey Mountain near Grain Valley, Missouri? No, I have not. I've been to Monkey Mountain in Kyushu, Japan, but not here in Missouri. My only encounter has been with evil coming from a human being. I think that he is an opiate. Yeah, could be Firewater. I mean, that is very quite possible. They both hear cool. Yeah, I mean, I love hearing people's encounters. If they want to share it, I'll bring them on for about 10 or 15 minutes. Let them share. Absolutely. I love hearing that stuff. Shit, did it by chance push thought to your friend? I think I'm not quite understanding that. All right. But yeah, I mean, Firewater, with your deal, I mean, that's not uncommon. I've seen people that way too. I've ran into people that was like, you can feel the negative energy from them big time. Yeah, I've quite often. That's one of the reasons why I don't like going to towns or cities. No, it just imitated my buddy. Oh, yeah, I mean, I get that. Yeah. The dog man running next to the car. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I mean, especially somebody who doesn't believe these things exist, and the first time they see it, I mean, it can freak somebody out, and even some experienced people having an encounter like that can freak them out. I've been having to do mirrored. Oh, William, thank you, brother. Thank you, William. You're badass, man. Yeah, I haven't had no coffee today. I need to get some coffee in me today, but I'm finally waking up. And I woke up at 10. I think it's somewhere around 10:30 this morning, and went, oh, because I seen a text from Roxanne. You gonna be on William's show tonight? I went, oh crap, dude, I fell asleep. I've been having to do then ran off. Then ran off. He was in Virginia mountains. Oh wow. I've heard of them holding conversations with people there trying to intimidate or kill. That's interesting. Yeah, here holding a conversation with them. That's kind of interesting. That don't happen too often. I think I'm caught up on the chat. Yeah, it's unique, man. I mean, these encounters are so weird. Most of my encounters have been very peaceful, but I've had some that made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. When I had that oh my gosh, Yowie encounter in Australia, that made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. When I got ran out of the woods on that werewolf investigation, that had the back of my hair standing up. That thing that's been messing with me in the wintertime around here. Same thing. The hair on the back of my neck stood up when dealing with it. Usually something supernatural is generally when I have the most of the oh crap moments. But there's been some cryptid ones too. I mean, that Yowie very much was a cryptid one that, I mean, when I heard that deep guttural growl coming from inside that house, I was like, oh shit. I'm dealing with something not good here. And then Aussies go, oh, bloody hell, that's a daggone Yowie. That's a bloody Yowie. And I didn't know what a Yowie was, I've had two that scared me, and also that's how I know I'm protected. Yeah. Protection is very, very important. Protection is very, very important. And you've heard William and I talk about that multiple times. Is, depending on where you're at and what you're dealing with is what type of protection you need. With paranormal is probably the easiest one to protect yourself against. And usually they have to obey the law set down by God and Jesus. And that will generally work. But if you're dealing with something supernatural, you need some powerful medicine, some powerful protection. I mean, look at Sunday. I mean, yes, I was keeping it out of the room, but it was still trying to get in. It was getting more violent until we closed the portal. Then it went calm. It went safe. Let's see. It's not giving me a name, so I don't know who see that. I'm waiting for it to pop up over here. Hey, Maximus. Aaron says, at this point, I would trust William with my life. Hell yeah, man. 100 on that. Yeah. Looks like the storm kind of calmed down here for a little bit. And that's the thing is we have to be careful on that stuff. Like when I was doing that werewolf investigation, It wasn't the werewolf that ran me out of that area. It was something supernatural. It was very, very old, very, very evil, and very, very powerful. And I did not have the right protections. And you got to know, if you don't have the right stuff, you need to get the hell out of there. I probably pushed it too long, but I was able to get out of there. I mean, I pushed my luck a little longer than I should have. But I made the off. Did I just have an orb fly in front of my deal? Um, I gave an offering to the spirits there when I was told to and where I was told to. So I knew I was being pretty protected. But once it started getting really, really violent and extremely, extremely aggressive and pushing towards me, I knew it was my time to go. Yeah, yeah, it is. Who said that? Urso. Yeah, yeah, Urso. You're right. It is. It's like facing a great white shark with nothing but a boxing gloves. You know, absolutely. Explain deal. What do you mean by explain deal? I'm waiting for this to pop up so I can read it. Let's see here. Firewater said I had something creepy happen last week while sitting in the back of the yard smoking something, grabbed my ankle from under the chair, and every hair on my body stood up. Holy crap. Maximus says, I tend to think there are all kinds of supernatural that doesn't physically interact. Yep. Supernatural that does. Yep. Supernatural that can be both. Yep. It's very much possible in my view. Limited. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. Supernatural, man, it's a hit and a miss. And there's times you'll have supernatural that's really, really kind to you until you do something to piss them off. It was late at night too. Yeah. So I mean, did you have a ghost jacking with you, or did you have something else jacking with you? And that's where you got to kind of break it down. What do I got going on here, and what do I need to do to protect myself from it? Yeah. I mean, when that one entity got extremely aggressive with me in the hotel room, um, I knew it was time, and that's why I said what I said and did what I did. And it was the alpha of the area. It was keeping the other ghosts from talking. You could hear that in the EVP, and while the EVP session was going, and that's why I had to get it out of there. I've been hearing voices talking. No, no, it's not in my head. Are you sure? What are they saying, Roxanne? You don't know you went inside? Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you, man. I really, really, really don't blame you on that. If you don't know how to deal with that stuff, yeah, man, that can be hard. That can be very, very hard. It can be very scary too. I mean, I've had ghosts grab me and stuff like that. I know exactly how that is. And I've been dealing with this stuff since I was 3, and sometimes it still gets to me. Roxanne says, I can't make it out, but they may be having fun because I hear the giggle and laugh. Oh, that's so wicked when you hear that, ain't it? I don't know how many times I've heard that. And you're like, oh, you little stinker. You know? Yeah. And a lot of times it's a kid that's doing it. Ursula says, I had a woman appear to me, touch me, and I had a good bit of blood loss after it. Seemed to have done something to save me from something health wise. That is possible. I've heard that story before. Aaron says, and you do feel like crazy. Feel crazy. You absolutely you do. Yeah. Maximus says the only time I've ever felt physical contact was when I was thinking deeply one night on whether or not there was a ghost in our house or not. Yeah, that can happen. During the first, during the very beginning of the show Sunday, it knocked my phone over. I said, "Don't be doing that." And it said, "Oh," and basically it said, "Okay." I can't remember the exact words it said, and it never messed with my phone for the rest of the night. Firewire says, I had my wrist grabbed in the kitchen one night in the house that I had regular paranormal experiences. How'd that make you feel, man? Because I know some people, it just straight jacks with them when that happens. You know, I've been scratched, I've been slapped, I've been pushed, I've had my ear pulled, I've had my beard pulled, I've had my hair pulled. Um, I've had something just completely felt like it was shoulder tackled me in the chest. I've been grabbed, I've been poked. I mean, I've had a lot of stuff done. And eventually you get as used to it as you can. I won't never say you get 100% used to it, but it gets to the point that it doesn't affect you. The more and more it happens, the less that it affects you in a bad way. I was brushed with fingers. Yeah. Yeah. Didn't you have a hand on your butt cheek? Yes, I got slapped in the butt once, and it actually I had an imprint of a hand on my left butt cheek. Once I had the bed flipped over on top of my dad and me, brother. Her name is Thrussa. Wow. Firewater says, I thought it was my son, but when I turned around, no one was there. I almost shit. Yeah, I get it, man. Carl says, my grandmother did those things to me. Ursula said, did they whisper 2 quarts low? No, they didn't whisper. I just, I don't, brushed with fingers down the back was quick. Yeah. Usually I get it on my arm or my cheek, usually when that happens. I once had something grab and squeeze my thigh so hard I never, I had a hand-shaped bruise. Mine speak that. Oh, wow. You got pics of it too? Oh, it's at the top of the hour already? Holy crap. Let's do a book commercial. We'll play this one. Here we go.
From the mind of author E.D. Testerman, his sci-fi book Einherjar Book 1, The Mergence. In the future, humanity is brought to the brink of extinction. An alien draconian race invades Earth and kills most of the population and enslaves the rest. All the remaining world military powers join together to combat this alien threat. With the help of an alien race, they create a combined genetic super soldier called the Einherjar, named after the Norse mythology for Odin's honored fallen who serve him in Valhall. With these new super sulfirs, they turn the tide against the draconian invaders. In this book, there is love, betrayal, the formation of a new planet, and a new race. The Einherjar take the battle against any threat that comes to the newly formed Galactic Federation. You can find this book and others by author E.D. Testerman on Amazon at amazon.com/author Eddie Testerman. Follow his author's fan page. Rate and comment on his books. I hope you enjoy his writing. Remember, reading is an adventure that we take together.
You can find my books on amazon.com/author/E.D. Testerman. Follow my author's fan page. Rate and comment my books, please, and help get them out there. And if you follow my author's fan page, anytime I release a book, it'll let you know before anybody else. We struggle at selling, and the more rates we get, the more comments we get, the more people looking at our books, the more people recommending our books, more people sharing our books is what helps us get it out there. Authors who sell our stuff on Amazon really appreciate the people who do that. I write historical fiction, cryptid horrors, modern day cryptid horrors, and sci-fi. I'm currently working on a couple books. I also write short horror stories, short sci-fi romantic stories, and short fantasy romance stories, which you can find a lot of those on my YouTube. So go over to Amazon /author/ED Testerman and follow my author's fan page. Thank you. Muriel says the spirit was probably like, how you doing? Yeah. If I remember right, that was, I mean, God, this has happened so many times, but I've had so many females hit on me um, during investigations. It's not even funny. And if memory serves me correctly, that was one of those times. I mean, this happened years ago. But yeah. Maximus says those fast brushing fingers seem to be unique answer to what I was questioning. It can be. I mean, that can be a way of them saying, "Hey, I'm here." Hey, Robin. Firewater says, "I wish that you would do some documentary or spiritual type books. I am not a fictional reader. I've kicked it around. I have kicked it around." Roxanne says, Eric, my Dark Angel kit will be here Tuesday. The leather kit. Oh, yeah, mine's going to be coming in. I'll have to look it up. I had family stop by, Gremlins. Oh, yeah. Firewater says, your romance sci-fi would probably make me blush. It's not my erotica, Firewater. It's just regular romance. I haven't worked on my erotica in a long time. I need to come up with some new stories. Let's see, when is my Dark Angel supposed to be here? It says it's changed to shipped. You could help with the research? Oh, yeah. So it's supposed to be here the 28th, which is next Thursday, I think. So you getting yours Tuesday. Looks like mine will be here around Thursday. I thought it looked great on my bike. Yeah. Well, it ain't Friday, so we're good on that part. I had to think what day today was for a second. That thing makes your Auroras wake up. Yeah, you get the leather. Yes, I got the leather kit too. I figured that'd look great on my bike. Yep. It's a limited edition too. So, but yeah, I got it. I was supposed to be here Thursday. Sorry, my daughter was texting. Out of body experiences also. Man, I've never had those. I have dreams of it, but I've never had one that I confirm is an actual out of body experience. I had a dream that I was floating above me, and all of a sudden I went through all different parts of the house and nobody can hear me. I've had those dreams. Now, I was a kid, man. I was probably 8, 9 years old when that happened. Oh, I know. I was probably like 5 or 6 when that. Man, I just thought I seen another orb again. I was probably like 5 or 6 when that happened. Man. Don says $950 vet bill coming, can't afford anything for a long time. Oh, dude, that sucks. I'm sorry, man. Aaron says you can get very, very own and talk about out of body experiences together. You can get very own and talk. Oh, bury on? Yeah. All those aren't dreams. I don't know, man. I know I was asleep when it happened. I can't definitively say that was an out of body experience. I was dreaming. It happened when I was in my dream. That's all I know. And I was young. I mean, I was really, 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 really young when that happened. Some astral project, but forget the experience once they get back uh, into or in body, according to what I've read in the book. Yeah, I don't know. They ain't. You guys might be right. I don't know enough about it to be. I just don't know enough about it. Um, Maximus says you were an astral spirit essence from while in the dream state, in my opinion. That's from what I understand, man. Yeah. No, what sucks is the little dog died. Oh, dude, I am so sorry, Dawn. I know how that is, man. We just lost Aurora. You know, the gray and dark gray tiger striped kitty that used to lay on my shoulder. Hey, Jason. So, I mean, I know how that feels, man. I'm sorry, bro. I really, really am sorry to hear that. That hurts. I know how bad that hurts. Ursula says, of course, you're not advanced to leave while waking consciousness is present. Yeah. Aaron says, you just don't remember after a certain amount of time something, but you can remember the leaving from your body part. Man, I always forget about it till something triggers it. Then it pops in my head and I remember it. And, but I remember floating above my body looking, going, well, this is weird. And then I was floating around my house and I was trying to get people's attention, but nobody would listen. Nobody heard me. So I just chalked it up to it was a dream. William says, near-death experience. I'm trying to save money for my funeral and cremation, so that's why I don't buy anything for myself. Can't even die graceful anymore. Yeah, no kidding, dude. Hell, you get a death tax. You get taxed for dying now, too. Aaron says, we all have a village. We just don't know how to use them, or pineal glands are too, calcified. Firewater says, I'm craving something sweet. Should I make cheesecake or chocolate? Cheesecake. Cherry cheesecake. Aaron says, oh my God, abilities. Roxanne says, 2 kitty kisses and one's petting the screen. So they're not hissing no more. Good. I know last Sunday they were hissing whatever was behind me. That takes years of practice to acquire. Oh, wow. That's what Ursa says. Aaron says, flashback happened to me a lot in that sense. Yeah. I've had several dreams where I was a very successful businessman, but I lived somewhere else and I had a different family besides, I had a family where I was when I was in the military. I think I was with my second wife and my kids. Yeah, because I had kids. So, yeah, no, because I had stepson with my first wife too. But brownies, yeah. I love brownies. Brownies is the key to my heart. But for some reason, I mean, this dream happened multiple times throughout the year, but I was still me. I looked like me and everything. I wear a suit and tie and had a briefcase, and I was a very successful businessman. And I come home to this big house, and I had this beautiful wife and these gorgeous kids, and I could feel everything. I mean, everything. I could feel, smell, taste. I mean, it was like I was actually living it. And then when I woke up, I was back there on the military base. Aaron says, I'm driving, so talk to text is writing. What? Yeah. Okay, Christopher, give me a second. There it is. My cousin just stopped by out of the blue because he's seen my address on Facebook. I would know it was a nightmare if I was wearing a suit. Yeah. Let me get set up here. I got to change from my TV to my headphones means I'm bringing somebody on. Links in the chat. All right. Yeah, I used to get lucid dreams all the time, Christopher. All the time. Yeah, I don't wear suits. So, I mean, that was like really out there for me. Maxim says, it boggles my mind how interaction with other people can be made while asleep. Yeah, to make contact with others, whether they themselves are in the dream state or not. Yeah. Gonna make you famous, Muchitty. All right, everybody, welcome to the change.
Hey.
Friends. Hey, what's going on?
Howdy. This is my buddy Chico here. How's it going?
Hey, Chico.
Yeah, Chris told you guys about I had an experience down last summer. I was on my way to Memphis to pick up a vehicle with a buddy of mine, and I drove the majority of the way down from. We're in Michigan. We're up by Flint, Michigan, and so I drove. I guess it was a good 10 hours, and we was in the back. We was on the back roads, man. I don't even know where we was at. It was somewhere by Nashville, and it was time for him to pull over and take the wheel. I was tired, so I got in the back seat. We're in a Suburban, and I passed out. I had my window. Yeah, my window was all the way down, and I had my head rested up on the side window. And man, I kept hearing a noise, and we had a good speed going. You know, we was probably going 35 miles an hour. But I started hearing, and we're on this dirt road. I started hearing this scratching, and I know what a dog sounds like. I raise dogs, you know, and I used to. So, you know, giving them exercise, I know what their paws sound like. This was different, man. It was a lot more extreme. It sounded like a big animal, you know, like something bigger than I've ever experienced. It was like a freaking mountain lion, man. It was like, and it got closer and closer. Finally, I woke up. I'm like, I could hear it. You know, I was in and out of my sleep. You know, I was trying to sleep in the back seat of the car. So I get up and I'm like, I look over and I'm like, what the hell is this? Its head was, I would say, it was about 5 feet away from me, and its head was right there, and its head was massive. It was, and its eyes were like green. It's weird, like you could see it predominantly green, even though it was dark.
Kind of like cats.
Yeah.
Night visionized.
And it was huge, man, and it. I swear it started running on 2 feet. I mean, because it went from like hoofs to like you know, like gallop to
yeah, nails click, and dogs don't have retractable claws, so they do click when they run.
And this thing, it was like head level with me when it was on all fours.
And you were in a Suburban.
And I was in a Suburban, yeah,
which is a kind of a taller car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I looked over and I'm like, at first I'm like, I just at a loss for words. I was stuck. Like I'm like, what? And then my homeboy from the front seat driving goes, he's looking at through the back window because there's a girlfriend with us too, passed out in the front seat, passenger. And well, clearly, well, he goes, all of a sudden he says, what the F is that? so he's looking like this because he must have heard it. And I said, did you see this? And he just hit the gas. And this thing sped up, got down on all fours again, and just kept pace with us. So it kept with us for a while, and then it just veered off. But we both know what we've seen. And the thing was, when it stood up, it was as tall as the top of the truck, at least. But it was still crouched over. So like if it would have stood all the way up, it would have been taller than the Suburban.
Yeah, because the top of a Suburban is roughly somewhere between, I think it's 5'10" to 6 foot tall to the top of the Suburban, depending on what year it is, what type of tires you have.
It was but yeah. So that was my experience, man. I don't know. I never seen nothing like it in my life. I've seen UFOs. Me and him seen a UFO together when we was young. But that was
I hear that a lot.
And that was just last
year.
I
hear that dogmen chase people in their cars like dogs. Like dogs chase and bite the tires. Like I hear it a lot. Like the dog man will run and he'll intimidate. He'll like sometimes he even like smiles or uses some kind of like psychological warfare against his targets. I don't know. I heard some people say they feed off fear, which makes sense to me. It sounds as many accounts that I've heard on the internet. You know what I mean? I personally haven't never seen a dog man.
I'm wondering if there's any dumbs close by that area.
Any what?
Dumbs? Hey, Detroit's got where you were at though. Where he was in the mountains. Like out there in the hills of Tennessee, man, that's rock out there.
It is, but there's still dumbs, and they build dumbs in them places all the time.
I think
the whole area was like kind of like ghost towns around, like this old, like kind of like I guess the best way to describe it would be like a mining town that went under or something. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah. So that's something else you got to consider too. If there's like a bunch of ghost towns around there, or if that was sacred land, it could have been there protecting that land because it was sent there to protect it. And you were going through that protected area, which means it was trying to chase you off.
Yeah, because we definitely probably had a different scent.
You're lucky you didn't get ate, man, with that belly.
Being up north. But Christopher used to tell me when we was younger about the Wendigo.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I read it in the books, right? Like kind of like but then come to find out, we're studying the history and the Ojibwe skinwalker ritual. They really were kind of cannibalizing people way back in the day, supposedly.
They are a spirit of cold and hunger.
Right.
So that's people don't realize them. They are supernatural entities, but they possess flesh and blood. So them themselves are not flesh and blood. It's the entity that possesses the person.
I almost think that's the Nephilim, man. The dead Nephilim that got killed in the flood. It matches the description of the Nephilim with the hunger. And since they were the sons of the angels, they had supernatural abilities, like maybe mental abilities, kind of. I don't know.
I don't think they are. They're straight up very well described as being an evil spirit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In Christianity, you would call them demons. So a lot of people don't understand. The fallen angels are not demons. That's a very big misconception. Fallen angels are literally what they say they're fallen, but they create demons.
Right. Yeah, that's basically what I was saying, just in different words. But I don't know. Hey, semantics, man. Sometimes I'm kind of loose with the semantics of it, but maybe I should get my terminology down better. Yeah. Sometimes it's an unfinished thought. When I say it, I tried to get my mom and my aunt to come on here because back in the day, when they were kids, they used to live in Marquette, Michigan. Okay,
Bigfoot.
Yeah, it's a Bigfoot. Yeah, so you heard the story.
Oh yeah.
I tried to get her to come out here, but she's not confident about the way that she looks right now. And I tried to get her to put a ski mask or something on.
You tell her, look how I am. I'm just a damn hillbilly from Southwest Missouri.
I know you got minority bastards out here sitting in the trailer park, chopping it up with homies, man.
I'm redneck as redneck can get. I got no sleeves on.
yeah, I hear you, bro.
We need sleeves up here right now. It's chilly.
Yeah, it's cold today. It's the weather's been pretty crappy this year.
It's 64 and raining here. It's nice out.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, hey, it's pretty out. I don't mind anyway because it'll be so stinking hot before long.
Oh yeah.
I don't be able to dress in long sleeves. Look, wearing my poncho. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of Clint Eastwood, so I started wearing ponchos, kind of, it'd be cool, kind of like Three Musketeers kind of vibe. But yeah, look, my mom, my aunt, seen a freaking Sasquatch up in Marquette, and up in Marquette they have these like garages that are really close to each other, and they said when they was kids, they would jump from one roof to the next roof and back and forth, and they said they seen a big giant hairy thing that looked like a monster. They didn't say it looked like an ape. They said it looked like a monster, and it was so tall that it could have. They said it could have just looked over and bit them. And they both seen it, and they both kind of said like they kind of repressed it, where they blocked it out of their mind for a long time, and then when they got older, they both remembered it and recalled it. And then freaked themselves out. Us natives are kind of like spooky, we were superstitious, and believe in spirits and ghosts and like strange stuff. You know what I mean? Kind of from my experience, I can't. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, because there's a lot of things that's out there, and the problem I have is clickbaiters. Clickbaiters love to change things around from what they actually are. That's why I'm always sitting here. It's like, no, they are not this. They are this.
Right.
Because everybody gets to hearing the most famous people, the most subscribers, and 9 times out of 10, that's clickbait. You got to be extremely careful about that. You have to understand these things are different. There's difference between them. There's different types of things. There is differences. There is similarities between some, yes, because of the location. They can have the same thing. Bigfoot looks different and known different and acts different depending on where they're at. Supernatural is the same way. Some of these supernatural entities look the same and seem the same, but they're known differently, and in some aspects they act differently. And I made this comparison quite often. Look, the big W and the ghoul. The ghoul is the jinn. But if you actually study the ghoul, it's very similar to a big W, but they have differences as well.
So does that you think that would, could you describe that as being like kind of like the big cats? Does it depend on the area that they're indigenous to?
So it really depends on who's doing it. So like werecats, or are you talking about werecats, or are you talking about cougars?
I'm talking about natural big cats from the world we live in, like that are spiritual, just like a lion versus a cheetah.
Okay, so take for instance here in the U.S. Here in the U.S., you got a puma, you have a cougar, and you have a mountain lion. They're the exact same critter, but depending on where they're at, depends on the size, how big they are, or how they act. It all depends on where they're at and what they're called. But there is some physical differences because, like in the South, they're a lot smaller than they are up here. And the ones north of us are even a little bit larger than the ones down here. Now, down here, we call them cougars or mountain lions, same as the north does. But down south, you'll hear it very commonly called a puma. So, but they're the same thing. They're the exact same thing. In all actuality, a tiger and a lion, there's not much difference between a tiger and a lion. They just evolved to their environment when they split lands. So that's why a tiger looks like a tiger does now, and a lion looks like a lion. They evolved to
adaptation.
Yeah. And that's why I tell people I believe in evolution, yes, but I don't believe in evolution as what mainstream science wants you to believe in evolution. We evolved to our environment. We evolved to our terrain.
Kind of like a pig.
A pig, like a wild pig versus a feral pig.
Yeah. And if you notice, it takes a couple generations for a domestic hog when it gets out. about 2 to 3 generations, they're not going to look like a domestic hog anymore because they've evolved, they've changed.
They grow out.
Adaptation. They adapt to their environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, epigenetics, man. That's what that's called. That's when you're born with specific genetics, but as your behavior changes or your environment, your positioning between the sun and what the environment, it changes and your body adapts to what you do, kind of like you are what you eat. Sort of a philosophy there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, well, another prime example. Look at a U.S. badger versus a British badger.
Okay.
A British badger, they look very similar. There is some physical differences, but they're very docile compared to an American badger. American badger eat your eyes out just for looking at it. Where a European badger, a British badger will just be like, "Oh shit, hey mate, would you like some bloody tea?"
Yes.
Some crumpets. Yeah. American badgers ain't that way. He's like, dude, what? You think I owe you money? You homie? No, you money, bitch. Yeah, that is an American badger.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're the same, but they're different. They adapt to their environment.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, man, I can dig it. Kind of like a Yeti versus a Squatch.
Yeah,
like the Yetis are from mountain Squatches or glacial type Squatches, and then you got your what is that? Temperate or arid. Yeah, because I've heard of. They say they see desert Squatches. You got deep wood Squatches. Squatches up in the mountains. There's swamp Squatches.
I've heard of people beating or communicating with Bigfoot in some areas, but then being attacked by him in other areas.
Oh yeah. I mean, in the north, a Bigfoot's more aggressive than they are down here. In the north, there's less food. You have to fight more for it. And then you get down in the swamps, they're more aggressive than they are here. There's more food, but more things fighting it for that food too. It depends on the area.
That makes sense.
Yeah, competition competition food.
Yeah, because like in the wild, I've seen just on the show on Discovery Channel stuff like that. When there's a big kill like an elephant, you'll see several different animals that normally fight each other over food eating together. So I get where you're coming from with that. You'll see hyenas eat with lions if it's a big kill, like if it's a dead elephant or something.
Yep. Well, look at your sharks. Look how many times, like, say you get a whale carcass floating in the water. Look how many times sharks and saltwater crocs interact peacefully together upon the feeding, but outside of that, they're not peaceful to each other.
Yeah, yep. You'll see them all in the same. He said the same thing with like sharks and saltwater crocs. When there's a dead whale or something, they do the same thing.
Yeah, feeding frenzy, like a cross species feeding frenzy.
Yeah. The food is plentiful, but if food ain't plentiful, they're not as polite to each other. So
well, hey, like with circus animal tamers, you got to make sure that the animals are well fed, or they start getting aggressive and cocky. And hey, that's the same way with like people. Like people get hangry, or if you don't give them enough attention, like some of the people, like you were saying, demon in my corner. Some people get like if you don't feed them some attention, in other words, like throw the tigers some meat, they'll turn around and rah. You know what I'm saying? That's an analogy I use anyway.
Yeah. I mean, people forget humans are animals too. We are animals. We still have a lot of our animalistic, urges or appearances that come out. We are animals just like it. We're just a different form. We're a different type.
Hey, for sure. I mean, I'm into kung fu and all that, and like some of the different styles are based on animal characters. Kind of, like the Indian totemic system. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like kung fu's got its own version of that same sort of thing. It's interesting stuff. I like to look at the connections and things and see the differences and the similarities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Compare apples.
What is kung fu?
It basically just means skilled practice, time and
Okay.
energy. You know.
And how many types of kung fu are there?
Oh man, there's all. I mean, hey, it'd be even like Brazilian dance fighting. They might not consider it kung fu, but it's a form of kung fu, right? It just means
Kung fu is adapted by your environment. If you're a fisherman, your kung fu is going to be more like fishing. That's
exactly.
There you go.
And if you're a
we are
carpenter,
very-
it's going to be more like a carpenter.
that is very much how we are. We adapt to what our environment is.
Well, you know, hey, every dude on like a SEAL team, right? They're not all just like heavy gunners or snipers. Some of them are like
More technical.
communication. Some are demolition. You know what I'm saying there, kind of.
Yep. So, guys, I appreciate you sharing.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Yeah,
brother.
thanks for having us.
Not a problem, man. Hope to hear some more from you guys later on. Some more encounters you have, and let mommy know that hey, it don't matter how you look as long as you're on telling your story.
Right on. Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you, bro.
Yep.
All right, you guys have a good one. Everybody, give a
Thanks,
shout
sir.
out to Christopher and Chico.
Yep.
Peace, bro.
Multi, unless it's mistaken, though, it's associated with the way of fighting. Yeah, I was trained under tiger style kung fu. I was trained under the fork. It's a way of thinking as well. Yes, Maximus. Yeah. It's open hand fighting. Trying to make sure I didn't miss. Okay, Urso, cool. And Manisha, in case you didn't hear me, good to see you. It's a way of thinking as well. Yeah, I see. Take care. There you go. Okay. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss any more comments here real quick. Yeah, I've ate a lot of stuff, but it's eating the heart or the liver. Yeah, heck yeah, man. I love hearing that stuff. Muay Thai Chi. Aw, thank you. Muay Tai Chi, Chi Gong, Sticky Hands, Bagua. Hey, once again, if you guys have an encounter you want to share, you want to come on live, let me know. I've got the link in the chat. I can put it back in there. If you just want to talk about them in the chat, we'll talk about them in the chat. I love hearing this stuff. I love discussing this stuff. That's why I was asking the questions about about Chico's experience. Was there a dumb close by? And then when she said there was, old towns and stuff close by, that made me start thinking, okay, that could be them protecting something there. Hey, man, not a problem, Christopher. Thank you, buddy. Like I said, tell Mama it don't matter how she looks. She just got to tell her story. She's just on the air with the crap! I dropped it. Fluffy redneck. Oh, I didn't blush. Imagine being a student of Sifu Pai. Me from oh yeah. I tell you, dude, I would have loved to have learned under IP Man. Yep, man. Did that fall on you, bud? It did. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to drop it on you, bud. Didn't mean to drop it. I had to put that there. So we got about 20 more minutes. Has anybody else got anything they want to share? Discuss about what's been going on here that we talked about earlier. Anything like that? I got into read about Bruce Lee. Yeah, Bruce Lee and Jet Li both trained under Ip Man. And that's why their kung fu was so awesome, because it was that, I can't remember what style it is, but it's one of the best kung fu's around. No such thing as too much chocolate. Affirmative. What is oh man, I lost it. Okay, I gotta wait for it to pop up here on my deal. Things went to flying, so I lost it. Firewater said, "What is it about turning into Eric that makes me feel the need to cook?" Man, I tell you, I had me a killer breakfast this morning. I've found a new way to the new way to cook my cheese. So what I do is, like in the mornings, I'll make my toast and I make bacon, eggs, and sausage. And what I'll do is I'll take like shredded cheese and I'll throw it in my cooker and make it crispy on one end, flip it over and crip it crispy, and oh, I love it. When I was 9 or 10, I took about 3 months of Taekwondo. Great teacher. Hell yeah. Straight line theory. Yeah. Wing Chong. Yes, Wing Chong. Thank you, Christopher. Um, so what did you decide to make, Fire? Did you decide to make cheesecake? Eric, multiple shots fired at the White House right now. It's happening. Is it? I'll take a look into it. So many times it ends up being false. Chocolate cake. I want, man, I have got. Oh, did Maine come in? I mean, oh, hey, Maine, how's it going? Multiple shots fired at the White House. Right. Oh, yeah, I was getting ready to look. Oh, that was you? Okay. Sorry, didn't pop. I could see it on this one side. I just couldn't see it on this other. I need to get Maine on here one day. I think the actual Shaolin monks will teach you if they found you appropriate. Yeah, there's a Buddhist temple close by my work, and I've been in there talking with them guys, and I love talking to them. You will have to continue keeping the communication lines going. Remember, you all need to share your encounters and experiences. Absolutely. Hey, Jessica. You just made Monisha. You made what kind of cheesecake you made? Man, I can't bake to save my life. I ain't got no way unless I buy store-bought cheesecake or anything. I can't do it. I had a dude named Bruce who took Taekwondo to kick my butt. I watched for about 1 minute, avoiding to snag his legs. Oh, hell yeah, man! I still got to figure out what I'm doing tomorrow. I got to figure out what I'm doing tomorrow. I have been so busy with this work and everything else going on. I have not picked a subject for tomorrow. And like I was saying earlier in the show, if you missed Jessica's show Thursday night, she did a remote view of Jefferson City where I was Sunday doing that live EVP, and you'll be surprised how much her remote view coincided with the EVP session and the stuff I had going on. It's you and every one of you. Please keep it up. Well, yeah, bro. I want zucchini bread. Oh God, yeah, and banana bread. God, I'd kiss somebody on the head if I had some zucchini bread or some banana bread right now. I need to find me a woman that can cook. That's what I need to do. Where that can bake. We over here building flower boxes, trying to pass the time constructively. Yeah. Sure, Christopher. I can't bake to save my life, man. Mama tried. Mama tried to teach me. I just can't do it. I miss zucchini bread and banana bread and homemade cheesecake and homemade pecan pie. I mean, I can't bake none of that stuff. I don't know what it is. I fail at doing it all the time, no matter how many times I try. And I like making stuff from scratch. I'm a made from scratch type of person. It comes from a box, I can do pretty good. But if I try to make it from scratch, yeah, no. She must be able to process deer and fillet fish too. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, they took. Oh, what happened? Oh, they took it off. I learned to bake and cook young. My great grandmother and grandmother taught me. Hell yeah, you're lucky, dude, man. Mama tried to teach me. Mama tried to teach me. I just ain't succeeded. Is a wide load that follows. Yeah, no shit. I mean, I cook. I can cook. I mean, I have no issue. I can cook. I just can't bake. My cookies turn out as either cake or hockey pucks. I cannot get that right to save my life. I've made an apple pie that turned out great once, and I did 50% of the work. The other 50% was done by my mom. Ain't gonna lie. Mom loved to bake. I mean, she just absolutely loved to bake. Urso said had to toil in the field for fresh veggies. And then when it's set and processed, them cook them or can them. Yep. Yeah, I love taking that. I learned how to cook that cheese into like almost like a bread crust. Oh God, I love doing that. They caught the shooter. Sorry for the scare. Oh, no worries. Okay. Yeah, people are being stupid. I'm great at frying. Hell yeah, it's tricky. I'm getting better at open fire. Yeah, man, I love grilling. I'm out of charcoal. I'm gonna get some charcoal. Last night I took some thin steaks and I sliced them in strips, and then I got some cornmeal, the seasoning, mixed it up. Took about 4 eggs, whipped that up, and I threw my steaks in that eggs, and then I threw it in that cornmeal and fried them up. Ah, man, it was so good. You need to try Irish soda bread. It's good. I've heard of it, but I've never tried it. I have heard of it though. I can cook, can sew and quilt, but my daughter can't boil water. She has no desire to learn. Yeah, I used to give my mom crap because she burnt tea one day, and she forgot it on the stove. She goes, "My God, I came home or I came back in and it smelled like weed." And I looked at her, and said, "How do you know what weed smells like, Mom?" She's like, "I don't know," and just walked away. I was like, "Yeah, busted. You gave me shit about smoking, but you partaked of the broccoli when you were younger." Yeah, I went, "Oh, dude, wow, straight violation." Oh man, seriously? Wow, dude, that violated my nose nostrils bad. I can cook, clean. Yeah, when I first saw Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon when I was 10, I knew it was more martial arts than basics. Yep. Manisha said my daughter purchased a small batch of blackberries for $9, and we have a blackberry tree in the backyard. I was thinking, oh my God, yeah, I've got raspberry bushes, blackberry bushes, gooseberry bushes. They're getting ready to start popping here soon. That's one thing I'll do. Like if I'm mowing and I get the munchies, I go up to the berry bushes, start picking a bunch of berries off and eating my berries. What's hash? Yeah, it's I do that all the time, man. To be out there mowing, I'll pull up to a berry bush, start picking berries and chowing down. Then I'll go back to mowing, come back by the bush again, pick a bunch more, eat them, and go back to mowing. Maximus is practicing the katas. Best way to practice sewing is sew buckskins, elk hide, and other thick pelts. Built up skills. Yeah, man, they try to teach me sewing in the Marines. I still can't sew to save my life. I'll make it look Frankensteinish. Hold up together until it doesn't. I still can't sew. I can't. Man, I try to use a sewing machine. That thing goes. Brrr, I'm like, oh crap. Like these curtains were handmade, or was made. I bought the material and everything to make these curtains. I couldn't sew, so I had my mom sew them for me. Yeah, never mind. No comment. So I've got some black tea. The sun's. I'm gonna have to get it off the porch. The sun was out in a little bit. How do you think I learned to stitch wounds, bro? Yeah, dude, I can stitch a wound, but it's gonna look like Frankenstein did it. Yeah, you'll be coming out nicknamed Frankenstein by the time I'm done. But by God, I'll get you stitched up. Fishing line, like your spider wire fishing line works real great too. Jeez, man, I took on and we learned how to sew do patterns. Yeah, I can't. I mean, I have tried, and I can't. I've got a nice sewing machine here, and I'm like, it used to be my late mom's. I'm like, oh God. Horsehair's good. Yeah, boil horsehair down. Yeah, you boil horsehair down. That is a great suture. Yeah, that's old school. That's old school right there. Horsehair. Got to boil it down though. And anybody listening on here wants to fact check that, look out through history. Horsehair was used as sutures, especially during the Civil War. It's good for decoration or to make rags. Oh, yeah. Firewater. So since becoming a vegetarian, I have not been able to can jam because of the animal products needed. I discovered agar, and now I can do jam this year. Cool. You should have been a Gen X. I am a Gen X. Beeswax, yeah. Sinew is what I use as bees. Yeah, that's what this is. Beeswax sinew. I love that beeswax sinew. Sashiko is a type of sewing. I'll take your word for it. Honey is actually really good for wounds too, and that's an old medical trick too. So if YouTube wants to fact check that, you might want to check your facts right because it is an actual practice used for many years on wounds. Is you put honey in it. It's an antibacterial. Anytime I talk about medical stuff, they like to ding me. So that's why I got to make sure you better fact check your stuff because what I'm saying is 100% accurate. And I even learned that in college in veterinary practices, if you want to know. Super glue was invented during World War II as a liquid glue. So yes, super glue will close a wound. Absolutely. That's how it was made. And you can fact check that too, YouTube. That is the true fact on how super glue came about. It was considered a liquid band-aid before it was called super glue. Manuka honey, yep. Pine tree sap, very good too. Yep, that's an old practice too. I had a doctor sew me up one time. Let's see. Lost it. Firewater said, I had a doctor sew me up one time, and you would have thought the man was a quilter by his magnificent stitch. Yeah, see, like my vet, when I was doing vet classes in college, because I majored in wildlife management and Missouri conservation, and one of the classes you had to take was veterinary sciences. And he was talking about that. He goes, most of the time, the doctors will practice like sewing and quilting and stuff like that because it helps them with sewing up sutures. That's what he told us in class. Ursa says, well, you have an analog Gen X and then tech trickle Gen X, then and doctorate Gen X when you had some computers and things didn't. Yeah. I had a nurse treat my ass with a dartboard. Yeah. Military. You're sarcastic, baby boomer. Oh, crap. We're getting close to the 2-hour mark. I want to appreciate everybody for coming in and sharing, and Christopher and Chico for coming on. Appreciate you guys. I love hearing you guys' encounters. I think that last Demon in My Corner song, I like how that turned out. So that's probably the one I'm going to be releasing soon. I did get some writing done today, but I'm not finished with the chapter yet. I've just been so freaking busy. I haven't had a chance to write. But I'm almost done with chapter 3 of The Orc and the Knight. Tried to finish up that one in my fantasy romance stories. And that'll be, as soon as that gets out to my Ahinyar readers and it comes back to me when I'm done, that'll be released on the paid members only side of YouTube for a while and on Patreon side for a little while. But both chapter 1 and 2 are available to the public on both YouTube and Patreon. So look for those, The Orc and the Knight. Those are available and up. I made sure that today that they were. Tomorrow, I have no clue what I'm doing the show on yet. I really don't. I will try to get something figured out by tomorrow. I just had a lot going on. Reminder, this is my busy time of the year. So, I mean, I'm pulling a lot of overtime. I'm extremely busy. It's dead right now because of the raining. So, hey, George, how's it going, bro? Eric needs to get across the pond and I'll fill him full of Guinness and take him to a death metal gig, see if the little brother can handle. Dude, hell yeah. I'm down like 4 flat tires. I need a pint. I could use a good pint. Some fish and chips. Yeah. I sent you an email a little while back, George. I ain't heard back from you. Check your emails, man, and see what you think about a character I made. With that being said, we're going to be on with William tomorrow morning. I apologize. I overslept this morning, which I guess worked out because William wasn't feeling good. My body was just exhausted and thrashed. I slept like 10 or 11 hours. I mean, that's the most I've slept in a very long time. I feel better now. I actually feel rejuvenated now, so it's great. Just been under a lot of stress and been very busy. Next week, I am on call starting Thursday. So I cannot promise that I will have shows next week. I'll have them scheduled. If I can go live, I'll go live. But if I get a call, I got to go. Just like the last time I was on, I had to cancel the show because 5 minutes before the show started, I got a call. So next week, I will be on call Thursday to Thursday. But this weekend, we're good. I'll try to figure out what we're going to do tomorrow. With that being said, I want to, to all my new subscribers, I've got a bunch more subscriber in. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys, and I appreciate all of you guys, from my new subscribers to my OGs. You guys are the greatest people in the world, and I'm truly blessed for every single one of you guys. Shout out to my moderators, Roxanne, William. They're in my chat tonight. I am definitely blessed by them. They really help things go, and I'm truly thankful for that. I've left Facebook. Little brother got hacked and left my socials. I'll be checking in a little, bro. Okay, no worries, bro. Like I said, go on my YouTube, go on my Facebook, my Instagram at TikTok. That song I put out, Honor Our Fallen. Please get that out to people. Please comment on it. Please rate on it. It's very, very, very important we understand what Memorial Day actually is. Too many people have forgotten what Memorial Day is. It's extremely important. That's why I wrote that song. I hope you guys get to listening to it. With that being said, until tomorrow morning, everybody, peace, love, and blessings to you all. Thank you so much, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.
secrets linger and shadows grow. The walls may shift, the ground may quake. It's a risk you take when the unknown wakes. Your pulse will race, your breath will freeze in this realm of uncanny mysteries. Dare to tread where the darkness hides, through the cracks of the world's thin sides. Join if you will take the dare, where we learn of things that scare. The bazaar wears a wicked grin. Its world pulls you slowly in, but once you're here, you'll never roam. This is